Hello everyone, you are welcome to Math Explorer. In this video, I'm going to solve and find the value of this beautiful math problem, which is 50 raised to power 6 minus 50 raised to power 4. Now, how can we solve this math problem? There are two approaches to solve this math problem. One is to find out the value of 50 raised to power 6 and 50 raised to power 4 separately and substitute that values here. And the second method is to use an algebraic identity here, a square minus b square identity. So here we will try to solve this problem using the second approach. So first of all, we will factorize the powers 6 and 4. So next we can write this as 50 raised to power 6 can be written as 3 times 2, which is 6 minus 50 raised to power 4, but this 4 can be written as 2 times 2. Now here in both the terms in this equation, we will use an exponential identity, a raised to power m times n identity. So here we will use this one identity, a raised to power m times n, which can also be written as a raised to power m whole raised to power n. Now using this identity here, these two terms will become implies this will become 50 raised to power 3 whole square minus, and this will become 50 raised to power 2 whole square. Now here in this equation we will use an algebraic identity, a square minus b square identity. So here we will use this one identity, a square minus b square, which is equal to a minus b times a plus b. Now using this algebraic identity here, a is 50 cube and b is 50 square. So this equation will become implies it will become a minus b, so a is 50 cube minus b is 50 square times a plus b. Now a is 50 cube plus b is 50 square. Now what we'll do here in this step? In this step we will try to find out the value of 50 square and 50 cube. So we will find out this value here. First we will find the value of 50 square. So what does mean by square? So can mean we need to multiply this number 2 times. So 50 times 50. And here 50 times 0 is 0, and 50 times 5 is 5 times 0 is 0, and 5 times 5 is 25. So 50 times 50 is 2500. Now we will try to find the value of 50 cube. So here we can write this 50 cube as 50 raised to power 2 plus 1, which is 3. And here we will use an exponential identity, a raised to power m plus n, which is equal to a raised to power m times a raised to power n. Now this will become 50 raised to power 2 or square times 50 raised to power 1. 50 raised to power 1 is simply 50. Now we have to multiply these two numbers. So here we have the value of 50 square, that is 2500 times, this is simple 50. To multiply these two numbers with each other, so it is very simple. Here 50 times 0 is 0, 50 times 0 is 0. Now 50 times 25 is, here we have to multiply 50 with 25. So we'll start from here. 25 times 0 is 0, and 25 times 5 is 5 times 5 is 25. So 5, 2 is carried, 5 times 2 is 10, 10 plus 2 is 12. So here the product of this number gives him 125,000. So here the value of 50 cube is 125,000. Now here we will replace 50 cube and 50 square with these two numbers. So this equation will become implies 50 cube is 125,000 minus 50 square is 2500 times 50 cube. Now 50 cube is 125,000 plus 50 square. Now 50 square is 2500. Here we have to subtract and add these two numbers. So first we will subtract these two numbers. So it is very simple. 0 minus 0 is simply 0. 0 minus 0 is simply 0. No, 0 minus 5 is not possible. So we will give one 10 from this 5. So this will become 10 and this will remain 4. Now 10 minus 5 is 5, comma. Here 4 minus 2 is 2. And these two digits will be the same. So the subtraction of these two numbers gives him 122,500 times. Now we'll add these two numbers. So it is very simple. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. 2, 1. So here the addition of these two numbers gives him 127,500. Now here we have to multiply these two numbers with each other. So how can we multiply these two numbers without using a calculator and standard multiplication in the rough work? So here we have a possible trick which is very simple, and here we need not a calculator. So let's learn how can we multiply these two numbers without using a calculator. We will write this first number as the same, 122,500. This will be the same, and here we will change this number to the sum of place value of each digit here. So we can write this as the place value of 1 is 100,000 plus the place value of 2 is 20,000 plus the place value of 7 is 7,000 plus the place value of 5 is 500. Now these two digits are 0, so their place value will be 0. So we will stop it here. Now what we'll do here, we multiply this number with each of number here inside the parenthesis. Now here first we multiply this number with 100,000. So it is very simple. Now this number times 0 is 0. 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 And this number times 1 is this one number. So we will write this number here. So 0, 0, 5, 2, 2, 1. So the product of these two numbers gives him 12,250,000,000 plus we will multiply this number with the second number, that is 20,000. So again this number times 0 is 0. This number times 0 is 0. This number times 0 is 0, comma. This number times 0 is 0, and this number times 2 is 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0, comma. 2 times 5 is 10. So 0, 1 will be carried. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times 1 is 2. So here the product of this number times 20,000 gives him 2,450,000,000. Now we multiply this number with 7,000. So we will multiply this number here. Plus, now this number times 0 is again 0. This number times 0 is 0. This number times 0 is 0. This number times 7 is, here we have to multiply 7 with this number. So 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 5 is 35. So 5, 3 is carried. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. So 7, 1 is carried. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 1 is 15. So 5, 1 is carried. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. So this gives him 857,500,000. Plus we have to multiply this number with the last number 500. So again this number times 0 is 0. This number times 0 is 0. No, this number times 5 is, we have to multiply 5 with this number. So 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. So 5, 2 is carried. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. So 2, 1 is carried. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. So 1 will be carried. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. So this gives him 61,250,000. Now finally we have to add these four numbers. So that will be our final answer. So let's add these four numbers. So we'll start from the ones position. So here 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. No, Again 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. The next digit also 0 in all the numbers. Now come to the thousand place digit. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. Again 0 it is. 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 0 is 5. Plus 0 is 5. This will become 5. Now come to the 100,000 place digit. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 plus 0 is 0. 7 plus 0 is 7. This will become 7, comma. Now come to this digit. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 0 is 8. So this is 8. Now 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 plus 5 is 16. 16 plus 5 is 21. So this will become 1. 2 will be carried to the next digit. Next digit is 8. So 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. 16. So this will become 6. 1 will be carried to the next digit. Next digit is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. So this will become 5. Next digit is simply 1. So here this gives him 15,618,750,000. So finally 15,618,750,000 is our final answer and value of this beautiful math problem. Now in last, if you like this video, so don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for such a more interesting and step-by-step math videos. Thanks for watching.